Hi everybody, so this is a tutorial that I have whipped together. I've been meaning to do it for a while, as is the story with all of my tutorials. But we are just going to do up a little coat and make it a bit more snazzy, a bit more my style. So yeah, I got it for my birthday a couple of years back, and it's lost a button, so we're gonna sew some new buttons on and make it super cute. Also say hi to Coda. So this is the dress. This is the coat. Ignore Coda's raincoat on the back there because we're just sitting on my door. As you can see, it's got a lot of Coda hair on it as well, but it's also got, actually I think this is fibers from my scarf because I wore this really big fluffy scarf in New York with it. But yeah, I haven't worn it since New York, I don't think, and it has lost a button, so sadly, but it's such a beautiful coat and it's actually really good quality despite it's losing its button. So look at this lining. It's got little poodles in the lining. You can see, let me see if I can find one that's the right way up for you. I think they're all upside down, but whatever, it's really cute. So you got the little tail and the head. You flip this upside down. Maybe if I'm smart with my technology, I'll flip it up for you, but yeah. It's got really cute lining. It's actually quite heavy, which is really good for the weather, but not for traveling. But yeah, I really do like it. It's got, like, it's buttoned up all the way to the neck, and it is missing its middle button, which is quite frustrating. But on the back here, it has a little bow, and the bow goes down to little pleats like that. So we're gonna be just jazzing it up. Ain't we, Coda? Alright, so I've been to Newtown pre-pandemic. I actually got these last year, so this is a whole bunch of buttons that I've got from the All Buttons company in Newtown. It's really cute. It's this button shop and it has a button for a front door. It's so cool. Anyway, I've got black thread and a needle. So that is all we're gonna need, and some scissors, but yeah, let's get started. Okay, so here we have said coat, and I'm starting with the very bottom button. I want to take this off, and I'm going to take them off one by one and do it like gradually because I don't want to just lose my spot, because I can sort of see where this button has come off previously, but I don't want to like screw around with the measurements. So I'm going to just take my scissors, cut them off, and I will show you guys how to sew a button on. Also, can we please appreciate this cat right here? This cat in my chair on the cat snuggler that I've had for 2 years. Smokey, I've had it for 2 years, and it was literally yesterday that she got in it for the first time. And now she is obsessed with it. She loves it. She sleeps in it. She spends most of the day in it. But it has taken her 2 years, despite my prodding. I put it in that chair multiple times. I put it and I slept next to it. Coda has slept in it, haven't you? Woo! He slept in it, despite its size. Yeah, so my cat, Smokey, has decided to finally grace it with her presence. And yeah, I bought it 2 years ago from Kmart for $9, and I knew she would love it, but she just took one look at it and didn't touch it for 2 years. Okay, so I'm just gonna get my scissors and very, very carefully snip at, so you can sort of see that they've got the thread here and not the fabric. So I'm going to snip at that. Let's see. All the seamstresses out there are probably going, what are you doing? There we go. So that button these off, and I'm going to put it away in my craft box because we might have another use for it. And this thread just comes right on out. Easy as that. We just get rid of that, and the buttons that I've got from All Buttons are these super cute little gold coin looking ones. It's got some scissors, look. Can see. It's a pair of scissors with a ribbon in it, and I think that's so cute. So we just line it up there, and what we're going to do is get our needle and thread. I've threaded my needle, and this thread is pretty thin. I would have preferred to have a thicker thread, but what can you do? So I've doubled it up and tied it in a little knot at the end. Not that you can see that, but we're going to find our little hole and pull our needle up through it. And I'm just going to make a couple of securing stitches, and this doesn't go all the way through. So you can see this bit of thread does, but my needle at the moment is inside the seam. So we're just going to secure it, maybe 3. And then we're going to pop our button on. Like so. And now we're going to go all the way through. And pull it nice and taut. And we're just going to do this a whole bunch of times until it gets a really thick weave. I'm trying my best to go through the exact same spot that my needle has gone through before, just because it looks a lot neater and nicer. But you don't have to, but I just think it looks more finished, I guess. And as we can see, I have not aligned my thread right. Oops. There we go. Right, so this gets a little bit tricky because I'm doing it on camera and I'm also looking down here, but I'm going through that spot and pulling it all the way through. And then we're going back the way it came. Maybe a little bit. Nope. Here. I'm gonna go all the way through, and we're just gonna keep doing that until you think it's secure. So I will see you back in a minute. Okay, so it's pretty sturdy. I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. So I've gone through back up through its to the front side, if I can talk right. And what we're going to do is just wind the thread around our stitching, just to make it neater. And this is the beauty of YouTubing how to sew on buttons, because this is a shank button. This is not a regular button with just the 4 holes. It's just got the one, and it sort of sits on a little ledge thing. So we're going to wrap it around a couple of times so that it just looks a little bit more finished, more professional. And then with our needle, we're going to go back, if I can do it, inside of that weave, of that wrapping. So we're going to go wrap it around and then go if you can see, back into this thread here to tuck it in, and then pull it through, and it should have come roughly through the center. And what are we going to do? We're going to go through this bit here, so where we've done all of our weaving, why do I keep saying weaving? Stitching. So we're going to go through all of those stitches a couple times, and this just holds it all together nicely. And then see if this happens to you, it's because you've doubled up your if I keep everything in frame, but as you can see, I've pulled this, but there's still a little loop here, and that's because I'm doubled up on my thread. So I just tug at the threads until it evens itself out. It's no big deal. And then we're going to go through one more time. If I can go through the thread and not the fabric, that would be fantastic. There we go. I'm going to pull, but we're going to leave a little loop and put our needle through, and I'm going to do it again, and that creates a knot. And now we just trim the needle off, and we're sewing on our first button. So we're just going to repeat this until we have no buttons to replace. So here's how it turned out. I'm so happy with it. I think the gold buttons are such a statement piece, and it's really given this coat a new look, and I think it's turned out really well. I highly recommend this for anything that you want to just jazz up and give a bit of a new twist to. So I thought this worked out really well, and I'm so glad that I did it, and I can't wait to see you guys. If you guys do this, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see what you guys get up to. But until next time, bye guys.